Hey guys, today we got a little fun video. Today we're going to be testing out Misty and we're going to be testing out Dusky, the light and dark jack-o'-lanterns. Now, they're going to be sharing this set, so that's why they're not ruined, but with their new skills, I want to see what their damage potential is. So, this is probably my best Rage Blade set as far as like speed and crit damage goes and attack. So, this is what I threw on him. As far as stats go, his new scaling, I want to try that speed pretty high. So it'll be over 200 speed with a tower buff, and over 2,000 attack. So let's go ahead and take a look at his skills. Trickster is the same for all jack-o'-lanterns. His attack enemy 3 times. Each attack has a 30% chance to decrease enemy's attack speed for 2 turns. This attack will deal more damage according to your attack speed. So I've got that skill maxed out, which has got quite a bit of damage multipliers. Alright, Ghost Appearance calls upon the Wandering Stoles to attack the target 4 times. Each hit has a 30% chance to increase the target's chance of landing a glancing hit for 2 turns. This attack will deal more damage according to your attack speed. So both scale off attack speed, both have some pretty decent damage multipliers. And then his passive becomes immune against inability effects. It means can't get stunned, can't get frozen. Also, your attack power is increased by 20% for every beneficial effect on you. So he gains a lot out of beneficial effects. So we're going to try stacking beneficial effects. We're going to try him without stacking beneficial effects and see what he can do. Alright, so here we are in Fame on Boss. We've got a couple buffs here. So we've got Song of the Night Wind from Chilling. So let's go ahead and buff him up here. We've got Defensive Stance, which is defense and anti-crit. And then we're going to get Galleon's attack buff and defense break, plus the shield rune. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 6 buffs on him. You could get potentially one more if you put Will on there. But let's go ahead and see what 6 would do. Because he's immune against inability effects. So it's kind of weird to put Will on him just to get that 1 extra stack. But let's go ahead and see what skill 1 can do here. So skill 1 does 15, 16, 15. That's pretty dang good. Not gonna lie, that's pretty good. That's better than I thought it was gonna be. Don't kill. No, we killed him. Alright, so we'll have to come back and try for second skill here. Alright, so here we are back again. We got the same 6 buffs on us. Let's go ahead and test out that second skill. So our first skill did about 48k. So that's pretty good. So let's see the second skill. Let's see what it's able to do. So 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. So it's doing over 60,000 damage with 6 buffs. That's pretty dang good. 60,000 damage from a jack-o'-lantern. Didn't really see that one coming. Let's go ahead and we're just going to do one more test with him. And we're going to put him on with just Galleon and Bernard. So he's gaining... actually, you know what? We're just going to do Galleon and Chilling. Yeah, let's do Galleon and Chilling. Because that way he's got speed buff to increase damage, attack buff to be increased damage, and crit buff. But we're going to change up my Galleon to not have shield runes. So he's only going to have 3 buffs on him. And we're going to see what the damage difference is. Alright, so now we only got 3 buffs, sorry. We've got speed and attack, which decreases damage, and crit, just so he's got 100% crit. So let's go ahead and see what his first skill does now. It does 13, 13, and 12. That's still ridiculously good. Is the second skill do the same amount of damage here? Let's see. The same buffs. 12, 12, 12. So that's 50,000 damage with his second skill, about, and little like 36,000 damage with his, or 37,000 damage with his first skill with just 3 buffs. So that's pretty solid. I was not expecting it to definitely be that high. But let's go ahead, let's go back and take a look at him. So those are pretty good runes on him. The main thing is it's the speed. The downside I can see is I'd want to use him in Necro, and since his attack scales with speed, he's going to do a lot less damage in Necro. So that would be the one thing I would take into consideration. Not really usable in Necro. And he's not chilling, so he's not going to remove buffs. So, not the most usable monster in the world. But we're going to go ahead, take those runes off, put it on Dusky, and see what he can do. Alright, so these are the stats on Dusky. The attack's a little higher because his base attack is a little higher than Misty. So we're at 2100 attack, same crit damage, same crit rate, same speed. But he's got different skills, so let's go ahead and take a look at what those are. So he's got the same Trickster skill. That is maxed out as well. And then he has Song of the Night Wind, which increases attack speed and critical rate of all allies for 2 turns, so same as Chilling. And then he's got the Knight's Comfort, is that if the turn ends without attacking an enemy, a shield that is proportionate to your level lasts for 3 turns is generated. While having the shield, all damage you deal is increased by 50%. And that's got 3 skill ups as well, increases the shield amount. So he's a little bit different. Same thing, gains more attack, but he gains more attack off a self buff. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what he can do. Alright, here we are again at Famon Boss. This time I brought Chloe just because Dusky does not have immunity against the Dragon Sleep like Misty does. But his shield still is intact. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at how much damage he can do here. So we got attack buff, we got speed buff. We do have our shield, so we're going to do 50% extra attack. So let's see what we can do here. 17, 17, 17. That's pretty good. I mean, that's 40,000 almost? If I could do math, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? I can't do math. 37 and a half. No. 40, 50? Let's break this down. 15 times 3 is 45. Okay, 2.5 times 3 is 7.5. So he did 52,000 on his first go. That's pretty dang good. Obviously, that's turn 2 with his shield up, but that's still pretty good. I love how I can't do math. I think I was saying the other one was doing 32,000. I can't even count. He was doing 15, 15, 15, which is 45. And then his other move was doing 60. So, let's go ahead, let's review these guys. So, if you stack buffs on Misty, he could do some serious damage. Can he do like Luna type damage? No. But he's pretty fun. I mean, it's a fun skill. I mean, if you're messing around and you wanted to just like load up and have Misty kill everything, I mean, you could definitely do it, but I really don't see a purpose in it. I mean, it'd be really hard to practically use anywhere, really. But even with just the crit and speed and attack buff, he did fine with that. So if you can find a way to use him in that type of team, he wouldn't be horrible. But the only person I could think of using him with, really, would be, where is he? Where's Water? Would be like if you wanted to use him with, like, Cuban Seraph. And even then, you're going to need a pretty consistent armor breaker, and he's going to have to be ruined fast, and, like, there's a lot of variables there. But he's the only one I could see really viably using him with the attack power, crit rate, and making him invincible. So that's 3 buffs right there. And then if you used like a Bernard or something like that to give you Swift buff, then I could see Misty working for you. But he'd be very hard to pull off. As far as Dusky goes, much easier to pull off. But it's one of those things where it's why would you? I really liked these guys in Necro before. I was using Dusky and Necro, and since the attack speed change, he does just so much less damage. He was doing like 15, 15, 15 on that skill every single time he had that buff up. And since that Necro, he's doing like 11, and I just wasn't worth it for me to have that good of runes on him to make him doing 30k when I had other monsters like Grego and stuff like that doing the same amount of damage. So they're fun little monsters to use, but overall, would I suggest them? Probably not, but hey, I had both of them, so might as well play around with them. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.